Yes, good morning to each and everyone here. Very good morning to all of you. I'm very much proud of meeting you again since we attended, all of us together. We met in the previous video, this is how to attend a job interview, part 1. This is a part 2. So as I had told you, but I have to explain some more items, that is very important things. Yes? Shall we recapitulate just what we did in the previous video? So interview, there are many types of interviews. Interviewing public is called also interview. Interviewing politicians or any legends is also interview. But now the discussion is about, the discussion focuses job interview. How to crack the interview. Board interview, one-on-one interview. All we have, I think, as I have explained to you in the previous video. As it is a second part, just I have to tell you something. So board interview is no more than 2 or 3 or 4 persons are sitting there. One must be the leader of the team, maybe chairman or correspondent or anyone else. Others, each and everybody, on the interview, board members would be listening at you, zooming at you. They would be listening to you. That's how you speak that. Attitudes, how to behave. The first one is not dress code, already I told you. You may be thinking, but wearing very colorful and expensive dress only will attract the interviewer. So maybe right, the one, the half of the wage. But somebody just depending upon your willingness and your interest. If you wear a very costly dress, that's up to you. Your dress code, would determine your success of interview. But your stuff, what you express, whatever the dress you wear, however, so not whatever, however you wear your dress, but neatly wear your dress. Please in your pannel shirt. Don't forget to wear shoe. I need not say that that's usually every student is wearing footwear as shoes. That's important. And they won't ask you, leave your footwear, as it is said in the supermarket. Or hospital, not supermarket, hospital like that. But today I just experienced that. When I entered one hospital, they told, remove your footwear. Chappals, like that they told. Interview cabin is a hygienic one. That's in a big office. There's only 1 hour, 1.5 hour, the relationship between you and the board. So it's not a matter, you can wear that. So neatly you wear a dress along with shoes. So you are entering in, you know that, I may come in, sir, like that you are asking. You need not ask, your name will be asked. They will be calling you. You are going inside. Be relaxed. Don't get panic, I told. Again and again, so I need not say again. So what I said, explained in the previous video. The new, I have to tell you the new method. Answer the questions of what they ask. Don't get the name talkative. If they ask anything about your topic, deeply you tell, but not for long. They don't want a big talk from you. They need source, what they expect. If they ask about, if you are a mechanical engineer, if they ask about thermo line, you just explain about thermo line. You don't say about anything. So that's what happened in your colleges. Who taught you? What the name is your professor taught the thermo? They don't want that. If they ask you, just you have to tell. Whom did you learn this? In which college did you study? In which institution did you study? If they ask you only, just tell. Because everything is a resume, no. But the details in the, apart from the details in the resume, I mean, if they ask any questions apart from the details in the resume, just you have to answer that. Gas the eyes, your eyes, to the interviewers, the panel board interviewers, all. Don't get your eyes roam here and there like that. Don't look at the surrounding the cabin. What is what like that, like a CB officer. You are aspirant, candidate, you are student. You are going to get job there. Your aim is to attend successfully the interview, that's all. How to give the self-introduction, it's a big matter that. Casually you have to speak that. Tell your name, no problem. I am Peter, or my name is Peter is a common name, that's why I am saying that. Default name. So example, just take my name. I am Mahendran, or my name is Mahendran. But somebody has asked me, but this is the time I have to tell you what's the difference between this. I am Mahendran. My name is Mahendran. When you say, my name is dash, if you say like that, you are unknown to the person. If you say, I am dash, I mean your name, I am Mahendran, if you say that, I am known person to them. Here in this situation, you are sitting in the panel, interview panel, you are known person to them. Yes, because your resume is in their hand, already you applied, unless it is walk-in interview. If it is a walk-in interview, spontaneously you have to submit your application, then one by one they may be calling you. Sometimes without referring your resume, they may ask you to come in an interview. But not big, the big companies wouldn't do like that. Everything scheduled, pre-planned. Only the candidate, those who have been sent the notification for interview, interview card, only will be called for the interview. So you must be a known person to them. Say your names. I am dash, I am from so-and-so city. I have finished so-and-so degree as per the resume. Because my resume is a hand, you know everything that time. But I am interested the particular areas, in which area you are interested, you have to tell. Then about my family background, you have to tell that. Then what is your father, what is your mother, then what about your siblings, from which area you are coming, so now what about that area. This is your own story, a little bit. Not, you don't say everything since you were born. Tell your father's name and what is he, and your mother's name what is. Siblings, that's a nuclear family or joint family. Because based on your family status and your father's status, they would scale you. I told yesterday, no. He has come from so-and-so status like that. So that it's not a matter, your father must be a collector or superintendent of police or any big post or any politician, not like that. You may be surprised, nowadays the big MNC companies are requiring the persons from the farmers' sons. Farming family means the villagers. They would be obedient on another one. They could be working neatly because most of them might be fresher, maybe new to city. So they would not try to dance. For that one, another one. Second one, as per the survey today, students, those who are coming from villages are very well nowadays rather than cities, so that you don't mistake me. The students, aspirants, those who are watching here from cities, they are also well to do. The psychological reason for that is the persons who are coming from long distance can be staying here and they wouldn't take no more leave to our companies. If you are daily comers to the company, if you work online, it's not a matter. From wherever the corner of the world you can be working. But the daily comers means the regular workers, who are coming and going daily, would not take absence. If the student, those who are coming from far away, from very long distance. That is what I told you. Because my friend told, one of a person who is in the panel interviews, mostly we are looking for the guys from villages. But who is having what, nobody knows, till he starts his work. That's why many companies are liking freshers. They could find out some new skills from them rather than the candidates, those who have a lot of experience. This one part. Another one, if they need experienced persons, they may be looking for only those who are already, who have already worked in some leading companies, concerns. So that there are 2 points are there. Whoever you are a fresher or already an experienced holder, or attending a new company or old company, attending newly or skipping to another company from one company. What you have to do, how your attitude should be during interview, please. That is the matter. Sit comfortably, answer only the asked questions, sharply answer, sharply and shortly answer the subject related questions. That's very important. Then you don't do some of your often behavior like this, raising your both hands, just collaring up, collared up, collaring up. That's right. That's a verb. Verb is there is no collaring up. No, you don't do that. If they ask you to write on the board, nowadays it's happening. They're asking to write some, not only teachers, but also the technicians, the staff members, whichever the department you are working, whether you are an engineer or not, it is not a matter. They may ask you to write how your handwriting will be there. You are not going to write, you are not going to write, you are going to type in system only. But how his writing sense is there, they may check out that. The way of your speaking, they could understand your characteristics, and already told that. Avoid speaking lies. Don't say, whereas you have worked only 1 year or 2 years in a company, even those you completed your course 4 years later, you worked only for 1 year, one company to fulfill the gap. Don't lie, don't speak lies. And I have worked 4 years, not 3 years, 5 years. They could find out. Yes, nowadays some channels are there. So through the channels they would check. In this case, where has he attended earlier? Another one, somebody is fearing, what? If you attend one company, whereas we are working in another company, the companies where we attend interview would be checking by dialing to the company. A guy has come from your company for attending an interview here. Is it true? At least for knowing whether he is working, confirmation, whether he is working or not. Would they check out? Somebody asked me this. No. They wouldn't check. They won't check out. Yes, they wouldn't interfere. There's no, in which companies you worked earlier, that they wouldn't interfere that. Now this is a matter of time now here between you and me. Interview panel and the candidate. That's all. Even if they dial to the companies, it may be positive to that the guy is going to leave and raise his salaries, and they may do that. You said that's an advantage for you. That are seeking jobs. Some companies don't allow you to go for interview for to another company. Allow you means if you want to attend interview in any other companies, better you get permission from us. Some notification may be there. They wouldn't do anything. But after attending interviews, they would not ask you whether you have got job in the new company where you have gone for interview like that. They wouldn't ask you unless not till you reply them. Yes, I am appointed in the company side. I am going to relieve you. Then grace periods, and they would ask you, that. Grace period means, it is called in interview word, some terminology. 1 month or 2 months. The new company would ask you, when will you attend, join in here. So grace time. You could tell them 1 month or 2 months. So don't say 6 months, 5 months like that. But as soon as, very immediately, whenever somebody may be writing, in the application term, when will you join in if you are selected? Tomorrow, somebody might write that. Even if you don't have a job, don't write like that. You are sitting merely at your home also. Even if you are sitting merely at your home without job, you don't say, whenever I am ready to come and join like that. You ask them at least 15 days or 1 month. There's a period. Minimum 1 month. Minimum 15 days or 1 month. But you should not go more than 1 month. I told you, casually how to speak that. Casually means some companies, they may be interviewing in Tamil because they are looking for you are fit or not for working. Although you don't have the language sense. It's based on companies. If you go Infosys, surely the interview would be going on only in English because you will be connected across the world, the branches. Not only that company, but many companies are there. I can list what are the companies taking interview completely in English. That's what the very big companies are allotting interviewers, interstate persons. Yeah, they wouldn't assign the domestic persons or native, the other person who is speaking native language. It's only then you could speak with them in English, If you're a native person, both of you may be conversing in one language. The company wouldn't lose anything even if you speak in Tamil. But if they want to, if they require fluency in English, knowledge in English, the company should allot interstate persons. But today's is a tempting. All bank managers are placed across India, interstate persons. Many South Indians are working in North India. Nowadays, you could see many managers in your bank, nearby bank. They have come from. They might come from some other states. For some reasons. You know what? Their work will be vibrant. Whose work? Because it's a new place to him. Then he would work fearless because clients and the customers aren't close to him. He has come from some other place. Third one, clients or customers would keep distance from manager because of language and some other reasons. Easily they couldn't approach. Also, they would put some hospitalization. Hospitalization means in hospitalityness. They would give some respect to the new guy, to the interstate person. I heard from a person who is working as a manager from North India, a leading bank. The same thing may be happening if you are interviewed to work in Chennai or Mumbai or Calcutta or Bangalore. The selection committees would allot your place in where you are going to work. According to that, the interviewers will be there. Also, depending upon the vacancies, the status of vacancies you would be placed to work in the future. Another one, you are lucky if you are placed interstate, some others out of Tamil Nadu, if you are Tamilan. Many people from Andhra Pradesh are working in India, in Chennai. If you go to Bangalore, you can see a lot of Tamil people are working in digital area. But what's the talk, what is the talk? Andhra Pradesh and Bangalore are fairer than any other state like that, even compared to North India. But actually they like candidates from Tamil Nadu. Their work would be, straightly. Whatever the work is given, so they would do. There wouldn't be some language problem. Is it true or not, as you may have some doubt? People from Tamil Nadu are speaking in English very good nowadays. College are training one thing. And one, many students are themselves, they would be interested to learn English and to be very good in multilingual, very good in many languages. Politically, Hindi may be protested here. But I could see many students are knowing Hindi. How do they know? I do not know. By working some other places or taking private tuitions, and I don't know that. Whereas they are able to speak in Hindi, English is not far away from. It's not far away to them. Anyway, one state is expecting a person from another state. It's a message here. So if you are placed some other state, don't be worried, don't be happy. Be proud of your getting job. Yeah, you could get opportunity to visit other states, at least for the sake of job. Even myself has got many opportunities to go abroad. If I had gone there just for tour, I would not have gone there. How could I spend money? For earning purpose, I have gone there. So I got opportunity to visit some areas. Abroad, So if you are placed Bangalore, nearby state, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, or in not any place in Assam, Darjeeling, Bihar, Odisha, wherever it may be. If you go for first time, it's a good opportunity to you. If you are experienced, it may be concerned secondly that the first time you are going to work, it's better you go some other places. You will get very good opportunity to work with interstate persons. Not only you will learn language, you can get fluency in English or some other language like Hindi or Gujarati or Marathi or Bihari, Bengali. Not only for that, you will come across the work culture according to the interstate activities, that atmosphere. What is work culture? Very excellent companies, very first class companies. They would provide some happiness, pleasant to workers, not to make you to be worried out. They would interact you, especially food. They would provide just very good food. If there's no canteen, most of persons aren't interested to work. Thereafter, most of the companies started catering section. That's a big zone, so we'll be going on separate area. No, you must know how was the canteen started, the industrial areas. Previously, 20, 30 years ago, only a few companies had canteens, catering, to provide food, free of charge or low charge or subsidy. If they don't eat, they couldn't work. So they have to be satisfied of food. That was the reason canteen and catering were started. The first country in the world, France. Only France started. 50 years ago. They have to bring, each and every worker has to carry food from home. They would eat as it happens when we are schooling, opening lunch box and sharing with each other and eating another, like that the workers would be having their food. After having food, if they go for work, their work were going on slowly. So they found, why don't we provide food to them as well? This is a history of, it's not a big history, this is a story. Canteens were started inside the premises of the company. Okay, we are talking about food matter, so now apart from the points and what I have to give you. The wearing dress, the answering for only asked questions. Don't repeat again and again. The same answer should not be repeated for the various question. You don't lose your words. Don't give unnecessary promises and pledges to your employer. I will work neatly in this company and I will not bother about time. Even if you ask me to work for 24/7, I will work here. If you say like this, they would know you are just speaking dialogue. Because being freshers, most of freshers would say express like this. These are unnecessary promises, pledges. Keep quiet. Don't say anything. If you want to place yes, in which place you are interested to go for, wherever across the world, I would write. When I was attending interview. But by your fare. like that. You can make fun also sometimes. Your humor should be limited. You are not attending the interview for express your your humor sense. Humorous listening may be going on, some answers only, but not at all. A person asked when I was sitting as an interviewer, one of our board members asked one question. You are having pen in your pocket. Would it be writing? The interviewer asked. The candidates know what he answered, It wouldn't be writing itself, sir, unless I hold it and write. The entire cabin laughed at. Another one thing happens, and I have experienced that one. So when I was sitting there, who did name you? This name. He's saying maybe Raja. Who did name you Raja? So in fact, I wasn't aware of who put the name to me, who named me. Later, after I grew up, somebody told us, my father named me like that. Still I have doubt whether he named or some other named me. Like that I said, he told a big story. A big talk. Where did you purchase this dress? Like that. One person asked. Where and when did you purchase this shirt? Like that. That guy replied, he may be surprised. On the way, I borrowed this shirt from a friend. Because when I was coming for interview, I got some dirty. Yes. From the puddle, when a car crossed, the tire spilled the puddle on my shirt. I borrowed this shirt like that. Is it true? Like that. No, I did not shoot it. I couldn't give you proof. But I may call my friend here just now who lended this dress to me. Like that he replied. Because humor sense may be going on during interview. Now another one I heard through TV, on TV only. Interviewer asked, you have mentioned your hobbies are watching TV. Is that right? Like that? Yes, sir. Which channels do you watch? Do you used to watch? All channels. All channels? No. I think you might watch. You might be watching your desired channel, that. Specifically, you couldn't say like that. These questions were asked whether the candidate is speaking English good or not for that purpose. Also by talk, they could understand, from their speech, whether the person is right person or not, for that only. It's all what I am saying is true. Sir, I used to watch all channels. Why do you watch all channels? Yes, sir. If any program goes on at a channel, suddenly I would skip I would skip to another channel for advertisement, commercial. For commercial, yes, I used to like only commercial. I don't used to watch any program. Oh, do you like cricket? So I like cricket. Unfortunately, cricket didn't like me. That's why I don't like cricket. A person answered. These are humorous statements are going on during interview. So through this video, you don't take as an imitator to answer the same answers to your interviewer. To bring out, to change the situation, the atmosphere, the surrounding, humorously you may do that. It may be untying your, the panic. Don't cover this all time like this to converse. Maybe 1 or 2 times you may be answering like that. For example, that person told that as actually you won't believe, I borrowed this shirt from my friend on the way. I got dirty from the puddle. That person was selected on the spot. But he did not obtain very good marks. So, many things had happened during my experience that. Finally, I would like to tell you, when you attend an interview, you enter the room, sit comfortably, wear neatly your dress. Don't forget to wear shoes in your shirt, that's good for you. Don't hold your file in the clip of your arm. Then have it in your hand. You may keep your file on the table, no matter at all. It's not a matter, you must carry you have to keep your file on the lap, not like that. Because most of guys I have checked, I have seen, they would have their documents and files on their lap. They may keep that file on the table. Submitting documents is a very big matter. To submit original on the spot, or scanned copies, or photocopies. Which one to submit? So depending upon your company and the status of your work. If you're an engineer, if you go for digital work, network, MNC, multinational companies, if you go for that, nowadays they wouldn't ask to demand to submit your original certificates. So better you avoid. Even you don't give the photocopy of your Aadhaar to. It's better you give only number. It's enough. Because there would be QR code through that. Not the companies where you attend interview. If it is held by anyone else, they could be traced out about you. Your Aadhaar card contains all entire story about you, of you. Only it does not have zodiac, that's all. Which one? Your Aadhaar card. Your Aadhaar card is having small fingerprints, then address, phone number, your family history, almost all of them. when Aadhaar card was processed, aimlessly they did that. These details the collected details may be interrupting for any other future activities they didn't bother about. Yeah, they didn't bother about. But now the same government is ordering to all companies, banks, insisting to submit. Aadhaar card is not mandatory. Instead of Aadhaar card, you ask them to submit, except vaccination. The vaccination is assessed through only Aadhaar. Only then you have been vaccinated the first dose and second dose. They could assess. That's why they are asking Aadhaar card. Even through passport also it is done. But it's not a matter to talk about the vaccination, Because the matter crosses, that's why I'm speaking to you. Your first dose is done through driving license or anything else. The second also to be done by the same one. But however, Aadhaar to be endorsed. New rule nowadays. Okay, submitting documents. Scanned copies nowadays in all those companies, many leading companies are asking to submit. So better you avoid to submit original on the spot. Photocopies may be given. It's not matter at all. Photograph, 3 or 4 they would ask you. No, they would take photo on the spot. Nowadays, hard copies for photograph is not so necessary. They would click when you are attending and on CC. Is there enough? Telephonic interview? Yeah, I will tell you so next video, part 3. It's entirely different than the personal interview. Only by oral, verbal communication, which on telephonic interview, not demonstrative or text. What is text? Demonstrative, demonstration. When you attend an interview, you are communicating by 3 methods. Personally, you are attending, that. They are looking at your eyes. Then how you move your body language, also assessed. But telephonic interview, unless it is video. If it is in video, the same like in a personal interview. But only through telephone, if they interview, that's luck. You are lucky. They don't see your face, Only photograph. Today is a trending fast track. The world is going very fast. No time to call a person for personal interview. By making a call, they are interviewing. Through interview, they would assess you are fit or not. Also, only recommended guys are interviewed through mobile or Google Meet or WhatsApp or Zoom Meet or Skype. But nowadays, Skype is not considered mostly. Verbal telephonic interview is something different than personal interview. That will be discussed in the next video that may be called part 3. Thank you for your having watched and for your being patient. Not a patient, I mean a patience. Thank you for your patience. If you like this, subscribe, share to your colleagues, speed up your conversation. I have spoken slowly because I have gotten comments from the viewers. Little bit, we couldn't get your slang because your speed, I mean you spoke speedily, but they told. That's why I spoke normal, maybe you make it 1.125 or 1.25. So maybe going speed that. Compress this video if you download it. Only then you can save some GB or MB. Okay? Let us talk continually about the attending interview. Attending interview is a very big matter. Through this opportunity, this way, this talk, I mean for the topic of how to attend an interview, let us talk a lot more matter. How will a company be first after you go in job also will be detailed to you. Then how you have to start your first work. How to behave with all person with salutations. So it will be detailed to you. Thanks. All the best. God bless you. Mahendran Global English. North Street, NORTHPOIGAINALLUR is my location. Nagapattinam district, Tamilnadu, India. Thank you.